We're back at Adams Park for our second Wonder of Wycombe fixture, this time against Crewe Alexandra. Fireworks will fly on and off the pitch as the Chairboys look to continue their unbeaten run. So, come on down to our house. The Chairboys returned from ex-championship side Rotherham on Tuesday night with a well-earned point. A scrappy game for even the toughest of players, as Josh Scowen told us.
Josh, a proper battle, that one, and a scrap. I'm sure the way that you play, you must have quite enjoyed that one.
I'm not going to lie, it probably wasn't the most enjoyable game, but you know, the boys, we dug deep and we battled hard, and I think it's a good point in the end.
I suppose coming up the M1 on that Friday, whenever it was, you're looking at the two games thinking actually 4 points probably wouldn't be a bad return, and that's what you're taking home.
Yeah, exactly. I think we're happy with the 4 points. You know, obviously it would be nice to get 6, but to go back home now, the home game on Saturday with 4 points, we're in a good place.
Yeah, you've seen this club in a few different states. You've seen us really struggling at the bottom end of League Two, and obviously you've watched from afar this club in the Championship. But how does it feel to be back in here, and how do you feel the standard has risen since you first sort of played your game, 10 years ago?
Yeah, obviously being in the Championship last year, there's some excellent players here. Yeah, it's come a long way since when I first started playing, even like the facilities and everything. So it's a pleasure to be back here.
Our home form has really underpinned the form this season. We've had so many sort of tough away trips at the bigger clubs in the division, but all eyes on Crewe on Saturday. And I guess the Morecambe game is a reminder that you can't be complacent at this level, because teams can come and hurt you.
Yeah, exactly. There's still some really good teams in this league. So you know, we have to be on our game all the time. And like I say, if we're on it on Saturday, we're more than capable to get another 3 points at home.
And I know when we're winning games, it's the strikers that get the plaudits, but you must look behind you today and look at, you know, your good friend Anthony Stewart, but Taff, JJ, Jason, Jordan, Stocko, what a shift they've put in as well to keep Rotherham at bay.
Yeah, exactly. It's 3 clean sheets in a row, so yeah, all the plaudits go to them. They've been excellent, and yes, again, it's something to build on. So hopefully we can keep the clean sheet on Saturday and get a few goals the other end.
Finally, a long way to come again for the fans. 2 trips in quick succession, but although the Rotherham fans were baying for blood at times and getting on behind their side, Wycombe fans held their own, didn't they?
Yeah, I'd say our fans have always been excellent, home and away. So we can't thank them enough for obviously travelling the miles as Saturday and today. So yeah, we thank them, and hopefully they can get behind us again on Saturday.
Wycombe's number 9, Sam Vokes, celebrated his birthday this week, and what better present to him than a chat and a quiz with Dan Simpson.
Vokesy, so 3 goals, 13 games. How are you rating your start of the season?
Be good, enjoying it. Obviously to start a new club, had a good start to the season, which always helps, fighting at the top end of the table, so enjoying it, it's been good.
When I interviewed you right before the start of the season, I asked you what type of goal you most enjoyed scoring.
Yeah.
3 goals, 3 headers.
Yeah.
How much do you work on that type of goal scoring here at the training ground?
No, we work on it a lot. I think the players we have, the wingers we have, it's natural to work on that, and that's part of our game. I'll be honest with you, mate, I'll take it coming off any body part if it ends up in the back of the net. So if it's a header, if it's a shot, whatever, I'm quite happy.
Well, talking about goal scoring, kind of when you came here off the back of Stoke and you hadn't had your greatest time in front of goal, and I think the Stoke fans reminded you of that once or twice. How enjoyable was it? Describe the feeling away at Cheltenham, like 2 minutes into your first away game and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, no, it was a big relief. Touch on Stoke, it was a frustrating time for me. In my career as a striker, you want to be playing regularly and scoring goals, and I didn't really get that fixed last year, I suppose. And it was nice to hit the ground running here, I suppose, with that first goal, and that was nice. Hopefully more to come. Your
kind of role is a bit different here, as in we play with the 2 10s, 2 attacking midfielders. You're not just there to score goals, you're there to keep people busy.
Yeah.
How is that as a striker, knowing that you've got so much to do on the pitch just to help the whole team gel, that your main role isn't just getting it in the back of the net?
No, I think that's a big change, I suppose, in the way we play. Played different ways in my career, 2 up front, whether it be 1 up front and wide boys, but I suppose the way we play here and bringing the 2 10s and wing backs into the game is important for me in my role in the team, and hopefully that could get me more chances as well. But the talent we've got here in those attacking options is great to play alongside with.
What's that like when it clicks so quickly? I think we played, 13 games with a lot of new boys through the door. How's it felt when everything just falls into place so speedily?
I think that comes from the culture really in the club and the way we go about it. I walked in the front door here and it was apparent at how positive the boys are, I suppose, and that reflects whether you're a new boy or you've been here for 8-10 years like some of the boys have been. So I think it runs throughout the squad, and that on a match day, I think it comes out really, especially at home this year. We wouldn't need to make Adams Park a bit of a fortress, like not want teams to come here and enjoy their time. So I think we've made that start of the season, and hopefully we can keep that going.
One of the times that was really apparent was a few games ago against Morecambe. So we're 2-0 down against at half time. We've not really had our greatest start to the game. And then we get the one goal.
Yeah.
And then it just comes and comes and comes. What's that as a striker when you know that I'm going to get so many chances in this game and the crowd are right with me?
Yeah.
How much as a footballer do you feel when the tide is turning in your way in a game?
It's funny that Morecambe one, because I think we probably started and were frustrated on the pitch. It's probably our worst of the season start to a game. And I don't think I've ever been in a dressing room like it. We had 2-0 down at half time, and it was so positive. The manager and Dobbo and the lads were like, we can turn this around and win the game.
So no shouted words, no.
Obviously we said we weren't at it, and there were a few comments about that, but the positivity that we can turn this around and win the game was flooded through us. And I think the way we started that second half and Hawks scoring within 2 or 3 minutes set the tone and got the crowd going. And that for me showed what we're about and probably our intent for the season really.
Speaking about the gaffer, I want you to get quite specific here. Playing at Burnley, you've got an incredible togetherness there, the same at Wales. I've heard you say one of the draws for you coming to Wycombe was our incredible team spirit, and that was shown when Gareth called you. What did he actually say? What did a manager say when you answer the phone, you know you're going to move club? What does he say that draws you here?
Well, I was on the M6 on the way back from Stoke training at the time, I think, and it was a good conversation. It was an honest conversation, and one I respected having, because you don't sometimes have those conversations straight with managers when transfers are happening. And I knew the squad, some of the squad. I knew JJ and some of the boys, so I got in touch with them, and it was apparent at how hard working the team was, and we played them a couple of times last year, and we got that feeling off the back of it, and that's why it was something I wanted to join and be part of, and it totally lived up to those expectations, and I'm enjoying it.
And a run of form. Welsh lad, are you hoping maybe for a call up, get yourself down to Qatar?
Who knows? I had some great times with Wales, and I've never retired, so I'd love to get back involved with the boys. They're doing brilliant. Hopefully they can qualify for that tournament, and who knows.
And lastly, 2 congratulations in order, obviously. Brand new baby. Yes. And how much has your life changed in the last 3 days?
It is, we've already got a little toddler too, so it's just become twice as carnage. But good fun. 2 girls in the house, so I'm heavily outnumbered now. And that's been good, thank you.
And on day of recording, it's your birthday, 32.
Today, yes.
Depressingly 2 years older than me, but I look like a toddler next to you. I thought, if it was okay, we'd do a little quiz to test how well you can remember the last 32 years of your life. The Sam Vokes career, is that right?
Okay, thank you. We'll have a go, yes. We'll have a go.
Let's walk over, okay?
Cheers.
Right, Vokesy, you said to me, if you could ever have a mastermind subject, it should be yourself.
Yeah, you'd like to back yourself on yourself, yeah.
Forgive the flimsy A4 that's in the wind, but I've got some questions about you. It's your birthday. Let's see how well you know your 32 years on this planet. Well, I mean your career.
Okay.
I don't know about your first crash. When you joined Burnley on loan, who was the manager at the time?
That was Eddie Howe.
Yeah, it was. 1 out of 1.
1 out of 1. Good start.
What was the score in the game when you made your international debut against Iceland for Wales?
God. Should know that. I'm gonna go. I think we won the game 3-1.
I've got here 1-0.
Oh my gosh.
3-1.
Couldn't be further from it. Okay.
On your brain from the Euros, I reckon. Right. In the 2013-14 season, who made the most goal contributions in the championship? You or Danny Ings?
But he scored more than me, and I set most of them up, so I'm going to say myself.
You should say yourself. Yeah, you 24 goal contributions.
Okay.
There's a stat for everything. Versus 22 for him. Who has more appearances for Wales, you or Ben Davies?
A bit younger than me, Ben, but
There's not a lot in it.
okay. I'll go for Ben.
Yeah, you should. Ben's got 67. You've got 64, by the way.
Yeah, I did know that. Yeah, 64.
I'm under-researched. That's very impressive. In your time in the Premier League, did you score more goals with your head or your right foot? This is a surprise to me, by the way, how you've done so far for us.
Well, I'm going on what you just said. I'm going to say my head then.
No, your foot.
Oh, my foot. Okay, wow.
Yeah, so you scored 9 with your foot, 7 with your head, but all 3 with your head this season for the Cherboys.
Yes.
This is easy. When you moved to Stoke, which striker moved in the opposite direction?
Crouchy. Crouch.
Crouchy did.
Yes.
Here's one that Bayo might not love. On FIFA 22, who has the higher physical stats? You or Akin Fenway?
Surely not me, but the way you just dressed that question up, I'm going to have to say myself.
I keep giving it away, don't I? Yeah, you! 76 rather versus 74.
Wow. Surprised.
Who provided the assist for your first Wycombe goal away at Cheltenham?
The mighty Joe Jacobson.
Straight from a corner, you know where it's going. Right, a couple left. Who has more minutes this season? You or Gareth McCleary?
I'm going to say Gareth McCleary.
He does. By what? 27. You got 909, he's got 936.
Okay.
And lastly, happy birthday. Which of the Kardashians has the same birthday as you? Is it Kim or is it Chloe?
Oh my
I know
word.
that this is what you do.
Why am I getting asked the Kardashian question?
When do
on my
footballers
birthday?
finish training? 1, you're back home by 2, you don't live far away.
Don't-
It's keeping up the Kardashians all day long.
I can't even bring myself to answer this question, I'm sorry.
It's-
Who were the 2 you said?
Kim or Chloe?
Chloe.
No, it's Kim. You got that wrong on purpose. You know your Kardashians.
Oh,
You did
dear.
very well.
Thank you.
You know what, Sam? You know your own life.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday, big man.
Cheers, mate.
Young keeper Tyla Dickinson headed off on loan recently, and it's been far from quiet, as we found out from his chat with Dan.
Tyler, this is the first time you've sat down with us.
Yeah.
I think with anyone from the club.
For a thing with Ryan a bit in Stockholm a few weeks back.
For a proper chat with just you.
Proper chat, yeah.
Tell us how we find you here. How have you come to be at the club?
So I was at QPR for a good 9 years, just going up through the academy and stuff like that. Then left there in the summer, and then through one of the coaches at QPR, just spoke to the goalkeeper coach here. Came in, started pre-season, looking to do as well as I could do and impress. And then after that, I signed for the year.
And out on loan now.
Yeah.
Hayes and Yedid. Had quite the start. How's it been?
Yeah, 2 FA Cup games, 2 tough games, cup games, FA Cup as you'd expect. But Tuesday night was a good one, eventually, after it finally finished in the rain. Long 120 minutes and pens, but no, good.
You saved the pen, right?
Yeah, the last one.
Saved the pen to win the game. Be honest with me, are you looking at the run-ups at all, or is it just a big guess?
I'd be lying if I said I didn't guess, but it's educated, I think. You sort of body shape, stuff like that. Half an idea, half guessing, I suppose.
What are you learning out on loan? I mean, there's quite a history of keepers at Wycombe especially who have been out on loan, kind of learnt their craft at the lower leagues. Matt Ingram, who fans will remember, he went out to Hayes and Yedding where you are. What are you learning there?
You're learning everything. It's completely different. Like men's first team football is what you need as a young keeper, being 20 years old. Like I spoke to Lee, goalkeeper coach Stockholm, and they were like, "Go for it, like do it." Like Lee played there at Hayes, and he knows the club, knows the manager, and they were like, "Go play, like get the games in, do well, do what you can, and then get that experience."
Is it a bit rough?
No, it's not too bad. Like I sort of know what, because I've been out on loan before, so you know what you're going into, and then you're just there prepared for it.
But you're back here during the week training as well.
Yeah,
How does that balance? What's the difference between the two? Like we're a proper League One club, and you're with Hayes as well.
Hayes is a very good club. Like they're properly run. Like the manager there is quality and everything. Like they do things properly. So and training here still fits in well because you're still with the boys that you're with, still with the team, still with coach. getting coached and everything. So the balance is probably perfect because you're getting training every day, and then you're getting the game time as well that I wouldn't be getting on a Saturday come 3 o'clock. So the balance, I think, is just right.
Let's talk about Stocko very quickly.
Yeah.
A player who has gone right to the very top.
Yeah.
A character of which there's very few in football. What's it like learning from him, both on the pitch and also how to act around the club?
Yeah, look, if you want a keeper who's been there, done it every single level, I think there's no one better than him. He's played every league in top flight football in England, and he's just been there, done that. And then off the pitch, he's a character. He talks to you just like anyone else, and he just mingles, just does everything. You can go speak to him whenever. And then when we're training as well, you learn the football side of it, and then off the pitch you learn everything around the football side of it as well.
Well, what are you learning with the football side of things? So what are you watching him do? I don't know anything about keeping. Is it footwork? Is it what he's doing with his hands? What he's shouting to the other lads?
It's everything. So like his handling's obviously unbelievable as being a top keeper, and then it's just he knows the game as well. Being an experienced pro, he knows everything, like the tactical side, everything like that, when and where, like the important things which win football matches, he understands and he knows. And then it's just me trying to learn from him and just try and rub off what he's got and just take as much in as I can and be like a sponge sort of, as well as Lee, because Lee's been there as well. Done that, played every level of football, and then just learning off them as well.
You can get away with a lot as a keeper.
Yeah.
You can be a bit more unique, I would say. You're part of the goalkeepers union.
Yeah.
How do you find that side of things? Being able to be a bit of a character, is that something you're looking forward to growing into, being a bit eccentric?
Yeah, I think keepers have got that label of being that sort of person in the dressing room. Stocko, I think, epitomises it brilliantly, and it's just, yeah, you grow into it, I think, over time. The keeper, like, I'm still fairly young, so I'm still learning, still doing all of that, but no, everyone works well. Adam, Curtis, we're 4 really good keepers here, and then all being led by Lee is just good balance, really good balance.
And originally on loan at Hayes for, I think you've got a month.
Yeah.
Initially.
A month.
Are you looking to extend that if you can? Do you want to be there playing as much games as you want?
I think we'll be guided, me personally, just from what the club say, just all the circumstances around it. Be open, game time's game time, right? And it's good to get the games under my belt. So the first 2 games I've had, thoroughly enjoyed it. It's settled in quite well. Winning helps as well. So no, look, I'll be just open-minded and see wherever it goes, really.
We all know match days aren't just about the football, and last week saw a special delivery to Adams Park. Wilshaw Chef is on hand to show us his brand new smoker and how it puts his old barbecue to shame.
Well, Wycombe have made some pretty exciting signings in recent times. This one might top the lot though. Can you introduce us to your new friend?
I certainly can. This is Louis, the newest member of my team, Hellfire BBQ Co. It's just been imported and designed and built for us in Germany. It's a reverse flow smoker. It's American theme, obviously with the tie with the Couigs from Louisiana. I've got a love of barbecue. It stems back many, many years, and it's a growing trend over here. So we thought we'd bring it to Adams Park to have some fun.
And she's come over, she or he?
She.
She, Louis, she, okay. She's come over from Germany, is that right?
Absolutely, yeah. It was built for us, took 16 weeks from start to finish to placing orders, designing it, and all the kit that we need to operate this little beast.
So you used to operate off a tiny little barbecue like you'd get in a garden. This is a bit of a game-changing experience. And what sort of stuff can the Cherboys fans be expecting on the...
On the day, we've got a variety on the menu, from 12-hour smoked pulled pork, which we have done before here, but it's now through Louis. We've got wedges with a barbecue mayo, burgers with our applewood cheese toppings. There's a variety of things that we're going to do, and also bringing in specials as well on each week.
Let's have a look then, open her up.
Yeah, no problem at all. I'll explain how it works. So this is one of our main chambers. It's big and heavy. So this is where all the meat goes. We marinate it for 12 hours, and all the big slabs of meat, the pork butts, go on the racks. There's 3 of them, so we can get quite a lot in there, enough to feed all the Chairboys. And then we've got the firebox at the back here, which is where all the exciting fun happens. We light a fire, light the fire in the firebox. The smoke bellows through and goes through the firebox, through over the meat, just kisses the meat with the smoke, and then pumps out of the chimneys on the top. So it's a reverse flow smoke. It's not direct heat, it's indirect heat on the smoker. And we're very fortunate here with Louis. We've got two sides exactly the same, so we can get loads of product on it. And obviously these boxes at the back here are like mini ovens as well, so the heat transfers up and keeps things nice and hot for everybody. So our wedges get nice smoky but not overly smoked. The burgers are cooked in the barbecue section at the back as well. And round the other side, this is with all the drawers out, so just to show you how much product we can actually get on. We reckon over 30 half chickens per rack if we were to do chicken. Pork butts, we could feed a small army of Wycombe fans through this thing as well. And at the back here, or the front, we've got two hot plates where we can do slow cooked Boston beans, caramelised onions and bits and pieces of that. Again, it's all wood fired and charcoal, which we use from a local company based in Oxfordshire, so it's all ethical sourced product.
And it will go lovely with a locally sourced pint of beer from Rebellion as well.
It certainly will. Barbecue and beer, match made in heaven.
And one final thing about you, Will, obviously you're well known around these parts, and certainly will be once this is fired up. But one thing Wycombe fans don't know so much about you is the small hotel that you run for Chairboys players at home, because you are landlord to Mr. TJ Jabbar. How have you been finding that?
Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, it's great to have him in our house. Talk a lot about football. Obviously, he's got a real big passion for food as well, so it ties in with our house very, very nicely. It's nice to get him on the road to recover as well with his recent injuries.
Does he do any washing up?
He does the washing up as well. Perfect host.
There you go. Well, Will, thanks very much. Chairboys fans, I'm sure, can't wait to see Louis fired up, making her debut against Crewe on Saturday, and hopefully they'll be smelling the wafts of smoke down the Hill Bottom Road.
Absolutely. Cheer on the boys. Thank you.
So that's all for another episode of Our House. We take on Crewe Alexandra on Saturday, and what could be better than food, fireworks and football? You won't want to miss it.